What's up, everybody? You're watching the From WordPress to Statamic YouTube channel. My name is Michael. Today, I'm really excited to talk about the new release of Statamic version 6, which has been in the works for quite some time, and it just came out this week. Now, I've got the blog post up here from just 2 days ago announcing this release, and I encourage you to come here and read it and to see all the good things that they're announcing in here and the reasoning and the philosophy behind what they're doing. Taking a look at this list of all the things that they've got in here, just Vue 3, for example, and Tailwind 4, the command palette, two-factor authentication. I mean, there's a lot packed into this, so you can imagine how much work has gone into this release and all the different things that we're going to be able to discover once we dive into the dashboard and see all the things that we can work with now. Now, we're not going to be able to go over all this in one video, obviously, but we're going to go through that over time in the upcoming videos on this channel. But for now, we're just going to do a basic upgrade of our project. And you might recognize this as the thing that we're working through in building little features here and there in this channel. So I'm just going to pop into the dashboard. I've got the light mode this time, just for something different, just so we can soak in what it normally looks like here in the dashboard. If we look at some pages, this is the UI that we've come to know and love. If I was to come down to the updates, you can see we're working with a pretty recent version, but the latest one just came out yesterday. And the actual first release came out the day before that. So they're already rolling out little releases on top of the major one that came out just a few days ago. I will note, I had some add-ons in here, as we were doing like some of our static site generating or MailChimp add-on, that kind of stuff. These add-ons don't all have supported releases for version 6 yet, so I just disabled them for the purposes of this video so that we can just do a clean upgrade of just a basic site without any installed add-ons. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got the upgrade page from 5 to 6 open here. And as you can see, the instructions are pretty straightforward. Just bump the version from 5 to 6 in the Composer JSON. So we got over here, and then run this Composer update command in the terminal. Now, if you're to scroll down, you can see a lot of the different things that have changed that's really going to have an effect on your project. So I'd encourage you to read this before proceeding. There's a few things to note. For example, PHP 8.3 is now the minimum requirement along with Laravel 12. So it'd be good to upgrade all these things if you can. And without diving too deep into this page, you can see if you have a custom add-on or something built with Vue, you're going to have to update that as well to fit into their new systems. The way they're working with time zones is changed. Stuff with date functionality and how they're structuring globals with the file system. Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff here that's going to be important for you to look at. But for now, we're just going to do this basic update. So I'm going to do this right away. I'm just going to change this from 5 to 6. I'm going to copy this command. We're going to paste that into the terminal there. You go back to the dashboard to see, here's what it looks like. I'm going to run that command. And let's see what happens. There we go. And now I'm going to come over here and give it a refresh. And we have a brand new dashboard with a nice, slick, but familiar feeling view, it looks like to me. So, the top here has changed. You can see we're using the Pro version. What else we got here? We can toggle between some of the different top level pages that we've got pinned here. I'm going to look at my pages. Nice big bold create entry there. Nice big bold create entry button there. And so from what I understand, this is all running as a SPA now. So it should be super lightning fast. If I was to go to my home page, it's loading pretty lickety split. Whoops, sorry for that weird transition there, but I had to go do something mid-recording. But I'm back now, and one of the things that I'll mention before I continue on is I did upgrade to Laravel 12 manually, which I didn't do before. And I also upgraded to 6.1 here manually as well, because I noticed that when I did the upgrade command, it actually installed an alpha version, which is not what I was looking for. So now I'm on the latest, and we're good to go. Okay, so where was I? Back on the home page. This looks all familiar to what we were doing before, just with an updated kind of look and feel here. We've got this live preview function now, which we had before, but it's sort of bigger and better. So, I can toggle things on and off, and I'll just give me a nice speedy hot reload, which is a little bit nicer than it was before. We can do now on V6 here, so it's nice and snappy. And we've also got this little drop down. So if I wanted to do particular sizes, let me just stretch this over a little bit. You can make it responsive, or I can do like a mobile, all this kinds of stuff, laptop. So if I wanted to test specific sizes right in there, it's sort of built in now, so which is a really, really nice feature. And I'm just going to exit that, and we are back. I'm going to go back down to the dashboard. Yeah, I don't need to save any of those changes. But now that we're back to the dashboard, why don't we try this new command palette? So I think it's just Command K, and we get this command palette built in, so I can just do some navigation. I'm just using my arrow keys here. I can go check out my pages, which is recent, or go over to my people, for example. I can search for something like a blog post if I wanted to look at my blueprints, any field sets, any particular pieces of content like the home page. There we go. Or some blog posts, maybe the about page. There we go, and we go straight there, all with the keyboard. This is a really nice feature for those of you who are, tied to the keyboard and don't like using the mouse and stuff. So that's really, really nice for those of us who like that. What else have we got? Let's go back to the blog post. What else should we do? So we got this time zone stuff. This is under the hood that you might not notice right in the control panel right away, but we'll come back to that at some point in a subsequent video. We just looked at the live preview, hot reload, collection calendar view. Let's go explore that. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and the one that matters on is the blog, because this is, I want to go to the collections, blog collection here. This is the one where things are, organized by date. So I can look at this new guy up here, and I can see when I have stuff that's published. Let's go back. Here we go, and then we can see where things appear on the calendar. Let's take a look at that one. Okay. Now if I was to look into the future, so I'm creating a new entry, and you can see the date is already scheduled for tomorrow, so that's pretty convenient if I wanted to publish something nicely into the future. So this is a pretty handy feature, I will say. Let's come back here. Well, as you can see, there's a lot we can dive into here, but I think we'll save any more deep dives for future videos, so we can spend a little bit more time with any given topic. So that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, click the link in the description to subscribe to my newsletter. Catch you next time. Hey, Michael here again. If you've been wondering how you can get your hands on this starter kit that I've been working on throughout this series, check out the Statamic Starter Kit's site, and you can find the Cascadia theme for purchase right here. The link is in the description. Thanks.